ocean there. But it's so cold here in Canberra. I can't believe that it can be 19 degrees somewhere. So today, and I'm in a very good spirits, and I'm going to the coast. Although it's winter in Canberra, it says it's going to be 19 degrees on the coast, and I miss that place, and I miss like connecting to nature. And it's been so long since I've been going somewhere by myself, so I'm really happy. I'm going just for one day without staying a night. So I'm planning to come to my favorite beach, maybe walk there, do yoga, just chilling, journaling, read a book. I forgot a book. I actually need to come back upstairs. I just stopped on the road here because I wanted to show you frost and snow that you can see in Australia. It was very frosty morning in Canberra, just below zero, while I'm driving towards the coast because I'm going kind of more uphill. Look at it. Really frosty grass. How cool. So I arrived to the town of Braidwood. It's approximately halfway towards the coast, and I'm looking for a place to get coffee because I get a little bit sleepy, and maybe to get some snack so it will get me through until lunch.
Vibing on myself, I can't trust fake energy. Yeah, I'm hella ill, I swear that it's my destiny. Kamikaze catching bodies, cause it kage, what you mean, right? Yeah. Okay. Vibing on myself, I can't trust fake energy.
This is pretty much how any little inland town would look like in Australia, with a lot of colonial architecture, little shops, which I don't know how to survive, some cafes. This one is on the road towards the coast from Canberra, so there's really a lot of traffic, but mostly they're pretty quiet. The problem with this place is that they all cute, but they rarely have vegan options, unfortunately. So, a big battle here in small towns. Oh, we'll find something. I just want like pastry or like a croissant so I can eat on the go and just drive. Everyone is so nice in these little towns, and I unfortunately already lost like maybe half an hour here browsing these cafes and trying to find some vegan for me to eat. This is almost zero options, especially in the bakery. Oh, the coffee is good. But those ladies in that beautiful cafe were so lovely. Oh, where you going? Have a good time at the coast. Where's your beautiful accent from? And you know, people are just so laid back, and especially as soon as you leave a big city, a different life, different pace of life here. Everyone is so happy, smiling, wishing you a good day, good weekend, talking to you about little things. This thing is pretty good. Coconut, apricot, almond slice. Yum. How disappointing. I took my portable tea set with me and I forgot the tea. So I can't make tea. I need to find something. But I already start like getting anxious about the time I will spend on the coast because it's already 10 o'clock. And after 3:30 it will be cold. and I wanna get as much time there as I can. So I actually really wanna finish this and wanna start driving. I am here, my favorite beach. I can't wait to show you and share this beautiful place. It's so special for me because it was the first beach I visited in Australia. Just the first week after I moved here, it was my birthday, and I was already in Canberra, and I thought, oh, my 28th birthday I definitely gonna spend on the Pacific coast of Australia. Yeah, it was really special. I rented a small cabin, like an Airbnb, and came there by myself. It was really beautiful. It's like little secluded beach, not very long, and with a lot of trees. And I also like that you can walk around along the coast and come to the next bay when it's low tide. I believe that there's so many places around worth checking, but when I just go to the coast for one day, I usually come here because I know it will hit a spot, know that there is some nook where I can do my yoga and there won't be so many people around, so it's perfect. So full right now. I'm thinking of doing a little, like a short breathing exercise. It's so warm, and I actually think that it's a good time to dip in the water before it gets, I don't know, colder or the weather changes, I don't know. So I'm thinking after this exercises, go to the car. I didn't bring my towel or anything, but I know that there is little spots where I can probably find like a secluded place where nobody gonna see me, and I will dip in the water just for a few minutes to flush everything, you know. Yeah, that was the best decision I've made in the recent time to come to the coast. picked up someone's rubbish. Okay, I walked my feet in the water and I thought that it's actually too ambitious probably to try to swim today without a wetsuit. I believe I could do that, but I won't get warm again after that. I will struggle to get warm, and I didn't bring tea, so I don't want to struggle. I realize I'm hungry, so probably I will go for a walk. Sorry, I didn't show you my burger. It was pretty simple, but I'm glad I'm full now. Thinking of going back to the car park where I was parked before and try to do that coastal walk, see if the cliffs are covered in the water or if the tides are not that high now. There's so many nice seashells on this beach. It's amazing. I think I used to love collecting shells when I was on the beach when I was little, and it's so nice to have an opportunity to do it when you're an adult. I think it's so precious. Doing good for your inner child, you know? There was something I wanted to share, something that's been happening to me lately. I should start probably from admitting that I'm a very emotional person. I can be like reactive because I'm driven by emotions a lot of times. I wanted to be able to choose how I react to things instead of like always falling into the old habits, the old patterns of behavior. I was working on that. I was talking about that on my therapy. I was thinking about that. I was sometimes, you know, like when you start thinking about something, the world kind of brings you more information about that. And I started seeing videos or podcasts about emotional regulation. I've been reactive all of my life. By reaction, I don't necessarily mean anger or some all these like considered bad emotions, but also getting stuck in my head, hang up on something, falling into this negative thought patterns, etc. This reactiveness has been causing issues in interpersonal relationships, right? And in like personal life and my mental health, because I used to have a habit of just like negative self-talk. I think first big thing was to recognize that, see that, because usually it's not so easy to get into the observer mode and see you from outside, how you behave, how you act. I think the first step is to recognize that you have this thing And actually, how do you feel about that, right? Maybe you don't mind it and it doesn't ruin your interpersonal relationship, or if it ruins you, you're just a crazy person who like don't mind it, I don't know. But if you want to change it, then you progressively start to change it. Therapy helped me a lot with that, because I think when you go to therapy, you have somebody who doesn't have a personal relationship with you and who is an observer, and somebody who is a third party. And because when like family tells you something, like for instance when I was a kid, my mom used to tell me I need to control my emotions, and I was like, what does it mean? Why do I need to control them? And she could never tell me what actually I should do. How can I like choose not to follow my emotions, right? She never told me, and I think she just doesn't know. I thought that I need to do it rationally. So I just have to tell myself, Polina, choose different reaction, somehow make this mental shift 180, just start acting different way. But it's really hard to do it rational, because you have to suppress your emotion, right? And so this is what probably most of the people start doing. They suppress the emotions, thinking that this is what emotional regulation means. Yeah, you suppress emotion and that's it. We already actually know, most of us experience that when we suppress something for a long time, and if we don't release it, it will blow up. And it's not the right thing to do, and then we regret about how we act anyway. So I'm here now, sitting at the back of my car, looking at the ocean. I just wanted to finish what I was saying because I got distracted by the people on the beach. It's really hard to regulate emotions rationally, just by will, because emotions are very powerful. They come first, like hormones, like chemistry in any human being. But there is a way to have a pause between your emotion and the reaction. And how to achieve that? How to achieve that state where you can allow that, you can invite that pause. I started practicing yoga since I was 19 years old, I think, and I've been doing it on and off since then. Also, I learned meditation 2017, 7 years ago, and since then I was also on and off practicing meditation. More than 2 years ago I started therapy, and all these things. I also recently challenged myself with a month of daily meditation, so I was practicing meditation every day. I started doing breathing exercises after that, and I practice them actually every day, although I can skip meditation. I've been kind of practicing all these techniques, not even knowing that they actually a tool to emotional regulation, because I've been recently listening to podcasts of Jillian Tireki, and she's a relationship coach, and she talks a lot about healthy relationship, interpersonal relationship with yourself. She said that nothing new has been invented since yogi started practicing meditation, and basically any practices that bring you back to your body, dancing, breathing, doing yoga, because yoga is union of physical movement and breath, so you basically control breathing when you do yoga. All these practices somehow, together with the therapy and with my personal relationship, brought to light this reactiveness of mine, and I really wanted to break through these old patterns of behavior, acting the same way every time. And so somehow I started noticing all these like patterns, I was like an observer, and I could see me, and I could see my upcoming emotion, and suddenly I felt this pause. Somehow naturally I chose to choose different way to react, because this was my intention all this time, to actually choose how to react. And when I got into the point when I first felt this pause, I was like, wow, this is it. And I chose to react differently, although I still was in my head. I didn't react like I used to do, but I still had these like thoughts in my head, and my ego was trying to convince me that I actually, there's something wrong. It's just like, it's so hard to change, it's so hard to act in a different way, in an unfamiliar way, in an uncomfortable way. And I was like, no, I choose to sit with my discomfort. And when you choose to sit with your discomfort, it can be a very long time, it can be hours, can be a day, until next day, and hard, but because you put your intention there that you want to react in a different way, you need to commit, and nothing is eternal, so everything, one day, one moment will pass, and so pass these emotions and pass these thoughts, and then you see the consequences, the new consequences of your new reactions. And these consequences 100% are different from the consequences you used to have. And this is where you get a reward for your for your inner work you're doing to achieve that state where you choose your you still feel your emotions. They never, they will never disappear, but the way you choose to welcome them can be different. And after this reward, you actually feel like, yeah, okay, this is what it's for. This all work I've been doing, this is why it's worth it, And this is an amazing feeling. And when the next time all these emotions come up, you know that it will pass. And if you choose to act differently, you will be rewarded. It just blew my mind. And I've been feeling like this probably last couple of weeks. It obviously affected my interpersonal relationship, and I talked about that to my partner. He admitted that I've been not like a different person, but best version of me. It's an amazing feeling. It's another reward, when somebody else, another person tells you that they see your effort and they see your changes, they see you changing. This is another confirmation that you're on the right path, that you are worth of being a best version of yourself. Other people also deserve best version of yourself, especially your loved ones. It's a new feeling to me, but I'm going to cherish it. I think what works for one person doesn't work for another person, but I definitely can say that all these techniques, they are powerful because they help you change through your body, like not just through your mental power and will, not through your mind, not rationally, but actually through the body, which is the core, like this, because emotions are rooted in our bodies. They're not rooted in our brain, right? So we can actually bring another power there, which is even more powerful than emotions, which is awareness. I realized that I actually need to start driving because it takes 2 hours to get back to Canberra, and it's sunset soon, and I don't want to drive in the dark, so I have to leave by now. Hi people, I'm still driving. I just deviated from the highway to Canberra and decided to check this national park, but I think I need to turn back now to the main road because I can drive forever on this road in the forest. Let's have a look. Oh, look what I had to do. I had to open my pants because they felt so tight when I sat in the car. Wow. Shut this car up. We are pretty lucky to have forest, hey? Need to look after them, to nurture them, to appreciate them. Okay, I learned that next time I will do this escape day, I will go to forest instead of the coast. I decided to stop just to show you what it's like to drive on the roads in Australia. And it means this. Seeing dead animals on the road, unfortunately. This is little wallaby, and this is, look, tiny root, probably kid of this wallaby. So sad, so fucking sad. Aren't we human destroyers? We would never just kill animal, by hitting them in wildlife, but because we drive cars, it's so easy to hit and kill them. and you know, if you don't kill them, you put your life in risk, and of course nobody wants that. Yeah, it's so sad. Fuck, I feel very dumb because I just accidentally like hit the gutter with my wheel between the like two lanes, and I damaged my wheel. The tire is completely fucked, and lucky I'm already like 20 minutes away from home, and my partner will come to help me, but it's my first kind of car accidents, and yeah, I feel super dumb that happened to me.